Hey guys, new comic book day for the week of October 12th, and we're going to try to get through this. We're on take like 12, so yeah. For those of you who don't realize what's been happening over the last couple weeks, we've been doing some giveaways. This week is a signed Sex Castle from Kyle Starks. The winner is... Okay, there we go. We got some journals. Julian Cologne. So,
yay!
Make sure you email us with your address and everything like that, so we will get you out a signed copy. Stay tuned to the end of this episode to make sure that you get your hands on a trade of The Wicked and Divine.
Sure.
First trade.
Sure.
And we're going to get started. All right, guys, first up this week, Suicide Squad issue number 4 from the Rebirth series. For those who've been keeping up, or those not been keeping up, Jim Lee is writing this. Jim Lee is doing the art for Suicide Squad. That's all you need to know. Pick it up. No, but seriously, it's been doing very well. We are still fighting in the bottom of the sub to finish off this arc. Things happen. I'm not going to give anything away, but it's a cataclysmic fight. It is just beautifully written. It is beautifully illustrated. I've been a fan of this since the very beginning, so I highly suggest picking this one up. We'll see what happens.
Hey, it's Victoria Grace with Ashen Phoenix. Today I reviewed Lost Boys. This was a movie in the 80s. I don't know if anybody has seen it. I have for sure. Alright, so it was a continuation of the movie. I didn't like it. It skipped around too much. I didn't like the art. And I thought it was kind of boring. So if you saw the movie, you'll be disappointed, and I don't recommend this book.
Alright guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls. This is also Matt. He's here for, I don't know, support? Background?
Things.
Yeah. Maybe you shouldn't be behind the counter.
Maybe.
Maybe. Alright, but he's on my channel, so if you've been watching my channel, you enjoy him quite a bit. He did a review of Necronomicards.
Yep.
Necronomicards, and he loves it. And you could too, if you watched his review. Anyways, Moon Knight. I love Moon Knight. New issue of Moon Knight. You know how much I love Moon Knight?
Never heard of him.
Oh, he's great. Moon Knight in this issue, very confusing still. This book still makes very little sense. It is a space adventure where he is flying in outer space trying to protect the moon from wolves, space wolves. Yes, because werewolf by night and all of that. This book does not begin at any point to make too much sense, and you're very confused as to what is actually going on. I am sure it'll pay off big, but for now, it is super confusing. The art is fantastic, though, and it does change art styles again when he goes into different personalities. I say check it out, because if it pays off big, it's worth it. If it doesn't pay off big, who cares? It's Moon Knight. It's great.
Up next, Civil War II, Ulysses issue number 3. I'm off the Civil War the Civil War train. This book really didn't do anything. I've been a big proponent of all the Civil War stuff. I don't know whether or not it was just that nothing really happened, or that my guess on where the series was supposed to be going didn't happen that way. I'm not really sure, but there's just nothing really happens. I wish I could say more about it, but just literally nothing really happens. I mean, if you've been following Ulysses, you're going to want to pick this one up just to see what is eventually going to happen in the last issue. But if there's an issue that you could skip, this would probably be it, because nothing really happens until the last page or so. And even then, it's still kind of foggy, and it's kind of up to your own interpretation, so we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, if you've been picking everything up, get this one. If you haven't, you can definitely skip it.
Next comic I reviewed this week is Reborn. I liked the art. The art is actually similar to Lost Boys, and the reason why I didn't like Lost Boys but I like Reborn is because I saw the movie and I know what the characters are supposed to look like, and they don't match up to me. This book is a light read. It's about death and the afterlife. It's not very wordy at all, and it's overall pretty good. I suggest picking up this book. It's different than a lot of the other comics I've been reading.
All right, and I'm just throwing this out here. I had mentioned the Zelda book on my channel. Actually, I don't think I put that up yet. But now we have Super Mario Adventures. This is also from Nintendo Power, like the Zelda book. This is brand new today, so you can pick that up. It's same kind of art, anime style art, and I don't remember it honestly, but I'm sure it's really good. I remember the Zelda one; that was good. What? What? Karaoke
Not that
Koopa?
one, like in the back. Yeah.
Yeah, just buy this. It's probably fun. Or don't. I don't care. All right. Now we're moving on to Solo. Solo is a character that kind of started off in Spider-Man, I believe, and he can teleport from places to places he can see. He's like a technological Nightcrawler kind of character, and he's an assassin. He's a mercenary. He's recently shown up in Deadpool, which I don't care for, so I haven't been reading it. This focuses on S.H.I.E.L.D. trying to get an operative safely out of a sting that's gone bad. And they're like, well, who do we not care about if they die? Solo. We don't care if he dies. So this story focuses on him in the middle of a mission and S.H.I.E.L.D. making their way to tracking him down. It actually was okay. It was okay. It wasn't that good. But if you love Solo, if you're like that guy who's like, hey, I remember back in 1993, Bagley drew him and it was great, and he was kind of a jerk, and I'm kind of a jerk, well, there you go. Solo. But for the rest of us, you could probably skip it. It's not that amazing.
All right, guys. Up next, Glitterbomb issue number 2. We're still not really sure what's going on with the series. We are dealing with the aftermath of the very first issue. Actually, we're dealing with the aftermath in the very first panel of what's going on in this book. It's still well written for what is going on. There is action. There is things happening with the story, but it's not really a lot that you could say without giving too much away of the issue. I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. We are seeing the main character basically just spiral more and more out of control, and is working towards the overall goal of the book. It's getting darker. It's getting scarier. The writing, obviously, Jim Zub does a phenomenal job. The art, I'm starting to like. I wasn't a huge fan of it in the first issue, but I'm starting to kind of grow on me. So I highly suggest picking this one up.
Okay, and last but not least, I read Blacklight District. I thought this was a good book. It was about the effects of greed on society and how that causes us to kind of collapse. It's written differently. It wasn't how usually the comics have, like, slide by slide. It was kind of all meshed together, which I liked. It was quick. The art was good, and I suggest picking it up.
And my last review, if you've noticed an odd theme today, I did 3 Marvel books. And that's very weird for me. It's very strange, because I'm not a big Marvel guy outside of Moon Knight. I did Great Lakes Avengers, because I hate myself. And turns out, this book was actually pretty good. It has the correct sense of humor. It has to do with Flatman? Flatman?
Phase flat.
It's really bad. Flatman. So the Great Lakes Avengers, if you don't know, they were all really crummy characters. The only one that ever went anywhere was Squirrel Girl. She started in Great Lakes Avengers. So Flatman, who looks like Reed Richards, the plot is actually pretty funny. Years ago, he applied for the patent to the name Avengers, and he clearly did not get it. Stark got it. But in the event of Civil War and all the things going on, the rights to the name Avengers have defaulted to him, and he owns the rights. So Stark's lawyers come in and say, we need to buy these back from you. You have default just become really wealthy, and anything you want, you got it. Well, the only thing Flatman wants is for the Great Lakes Avengers to be allowed to legally be a team again. So that's what he does. Naturally, they get in the RV and they head to Detroit, and hijinks ensue. This book is exactly what you thought it would be. Probably a little funnier than you thought it would be. I say pick it up. If you like stupid kind of books, it's great.
All right, guys. This week's recommendation of comics and trades that you should be reading, we are picking up Lazarus, the very first trade. If you've been watching along through our channels, you have seen us review specific issues of Lazarus, so you know where I stand on this book. The writing in this book is extremely well done, and that definitely overshadows what, in my opinion, is terrible artwork. It's something I've never been able to get into. I'm 20-some issues into it. I still hate the art. I've never been a fan of it. But the writing has always been so strong that I haven't cared. So definitely pick up Lazarus. It is about a post-apocalyptic world where several giant families are basically have cut up the world into their own private lands. And they are basically taking it back to the 1200s with lords and serfs and everything like that. And each person has, or each family has, an avatar that they use to lead their battles that are called Lazarus. So we are dealing with the main character, who is Forever Lazarus, who is dealing with the Carlisle family. Pick this up. This is a huge one that I love. I stay current on this one as much as I possibly can. I think you might like this one. All right, guys, this week's giveaway is going to be for the first trade of... He's just walking it through as slowly as possible. The Wicked and Divine for the first trade series. This is a highly recommended book, not by me, but it's a highly recommended book. We're going to be giving one of those away. Basically, all you have to do is like this channel, like Tim's channel for Capes and Scowls, like the specific video. Or did you have that upside down?
Yeah.
Like the specific video and then comment on the recommendation that you picked up, and we'll be choosing a winner at random, just like we did this week. So thanks again for your time, and we will see you guys next week.